Awaiting no longer, greatness has arrived. Welcome to the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I am your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where me and my best friend Kyle talk about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation. Of course, you can listen to the show wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube at Badbit Games. And if you like what you hear, please drop us a 5-star review on iTunes, or if you really, really like us, you can drop us a buck over at patreon.com/badbit. So with all that said, and with all that out of the way, the greatest co-host whoever is, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson, how are you, sir?
Great. I'm ready to talk PlayStation.
Yeah.
I'm ready to produce a cool little game that I'm excited to do with you and talk some Ghosts of Tsushima.
Yeah, man. And we're talking about The Last of Us, right? There's some more Last of Us news, gameplay, limited edition consoles. We're going to talk about Gears of War on PS3, of all things.
Sure.
Listen, what was a huge week last week, just the complete opposite this week. Because today, we're talking about, and the big one, is the rumored June PS5 reveal event, where me and Kyle, we're going to duke it out. We got our predictions for this show. We got a betting game for you. But before we get into that, Kyle, what you been playing?
So I was playing some Persona 5 Royal. Mm-hmm. I'm now further than I was when I originally played it a couple years ago. It's great, but my issue is with me. I dove so hard into Final Fantasy VII Remake that I just need a little bit of an RPG break, and I needed something dumb to just kind of put on and do. I attempted to play AC, Black Flag, and Syndicate, but both crashed on me.
Ooh.
The Syndicate, the disc couldn't be read. Thanks a lot, GameStop.
Call them out, Kyle. Call them out.
Come on now.
Yeah.
But the third thing that I wanted to play finally was WWE 2K20, just to see how bad it is.
Yeah.
It's definitely got a lot of issues. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. But my career is so stupid and weird that it's exactly the type of dumb fun that I want right now in my life.
Wow.
Okay, so here's real quick.
Go for it.
The game is the career story is told in a weird way. Like, you're already at the end of your career, you're being inducted into the Hall of Fame, and everything is like in flashbacks.
Okay.
Which is odd. But then, like, it seems like you've been wrestling forever, and you don't really get a say in what storylines you're in, or like what titles you go for or whatever. But the one that is shocking to me is Samoa Joe. He gets fired, right? He gets fired because he's mad at you. He's ruined the show because you beat him for the Universal title on a win. Sure. And then 6 years later, Joe.
6 years, a time jump. We're already... Samoa Joe is a modern wrestler.
Yes. This takes place in the future. Like, Randy Orton is the GM of SmackDown and stuff. Like, it's weird.
Hoverboards.
Sure. Well, it gets better. Samoa Joe returns 6 years later, attacks me from the crowd, and guess what, Joe? He replaced his right arm with a bionic metal arm. That is the game that that I'm playing right now. It's so weird and stupid, but I'm having a good time.
You know what?
All the scores, all the criticisms.
Yeah.
It belong. It
totally
deserves
justified.
Totally justified.
How much did you spend on this game, Kyle?
I want to say $15.
Already 15? Did you feel like you overspent?
It was part of a deal. No. I think it's a good solid $15.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I've also been playing very, very light impressions of The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. We got this code from Skydance Interactive. Thank you all so much. This retails for $39.99 for your PSVR. And I got to tell you something, Kyle. This was for the Oculus and all the other, more premium headsets. On the PSVR, this game so far, again, like about an hour or two into the game so far, it's standing up toe to toe. This is a really good port. It pretty much, you are in The Walking Dead. You're in New Orleans, Louisiana. You're called the tourist. You're coming in from town. There's two rival factions fighting each other. The tower, and then you get some vagrants. They're scary. They wear masks, and they're after the last of the army supplies, and you're in the middle of it trying to survive. And it is totally, level design is for VR rather open. It has paths for exploration, and you're actually moving around with the left stick. You actually hold the move button, and you're free roaming around. There's no teleport whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
no motion sickness?
That's the one thing I'm getting my sea legs with it.
Okay.
It's definitely something to get used to. But it's kind of like Blood and Truth in a way. But Blood and Truth, you were kind of teleporting around places, right? You were kind of, it kind of felt more like an arcade experience. But it is Blood and Truth in the sense of how you get your weapons. So like you have a weapon on your side that you have holstered and you grab it that way, or a dagger on your left hand side and you grab it from your pouch. And then you have a backpack that you literally with a move stick grab on your back and you lift it up and you see all your supplies.
That's cool.
It's really awesome. You have this little rickety revolver in the beginning. You have the cylinder, and you actually have to put the individual bullet in the rounds as well, and you slap it in. And
have you had to do that with like zombies coming towards you?
Yes, and that is when I decided I think this is enough for now. They do a really good the 3D audio in this game, fantastic, because it does sound really haunting, really menacing, to the point where, and again, like the graphics are like PS2, PS3-ish, but like to the point where I have to hear it from the TV because I get too immersed. So much so that I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting creeped out because the ambiance is just too much. But the cool thing is, like, you have to actually creep up on walkers and assassinate them and stab them. Like, you actually have to have a little force, so make sure you're in a big area. And then to yank it out, you struggle a bit. So with the other move stick, you actually grab the thing's skull and you yank it out that way.
Oof.
Yeah,
nice. I like that.
It's really awesome. For $40, I know it's a pretty premium for $40, but I think it's really worth it. The only thing that I'm not a huge fan of so far is the UI. Because of the resolution of the PSVR, things are kind of grainy and it's kind of hard to read. So that's where this port kind of doesn't translate as well. But I'm hoping that's something, if I go back in, that I can tweak with the UI a bit. But so far, it's a really good PSVR title. I can't wait to see what like Vader Immortal comes out as, because this was a really solid port. Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah, there you go. That's what I've been playing, Kyle.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hey, real talk for a second. Are you planning on picking up Gorn or no?
I'm probably gonna pass on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might try that. That might be the next week's thing.
I feel like I've said this a million times by now. Yeah. But that rhythm game, it's the one that I'm waiting for, and I can never remember the name of that game.
Yeah. Rhythm shooty game.
Yeah.
Before we square up the news,
look that up real quick.
Go for it.
Because it's bothering me.
Before we square up the news, and while Kyle searches what that mystery rhythm game is, I just want to thank our patrons over at patreon.com/badbit, like our gold producer, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, our silver plus producers, Ray Martinez and JB the Purple Monkey himself, and our new silver tier patron, Tim Ulf. Thank you all so much. Patreon, of course, these are hard times, so don't feel required to drop a buck. But if you really do like what you hear, we like it as a tip jar. It really helps the show grow and gets us to make us better and all that jazz. So, Kyle, that's the Patreon pitch that I did poorly on. What do you got?
Did fantastic. The name of the game is Pistol Whip.
Oh, yeah.
John Wick-esque VR rhythm shooter. I'm in.
All right, let's do it. And with that, you know what? Enough of what we've been playing. Already too long on this. It's time to square up the goddamn news, Kyle.
First one comes from Joseph Screbbles from IGN. The Last of Us Part 2 Special Edition PS4 Pro revealed. Launching alongside the game on June 19th, the collection, themed after Ellie's new tattoo sleeve, will include a PS4 Pro with controller, a Seagate 2TB hard drive, and a wireless headset. A PS4 Pro bundle will include the controller, a copy of the game, and a code to redeem digital content. It will retail at $399.99 US. The controller will be sold separately for $64.99. The headset, in a classy black and red finish, will sell for $99.99. And the slightly less understated Seagate Game Drive will retail for $89.99.
Okay, Kyle, we had a conversation before the show.
Yeah, we did.
First, I'm going to say it, looking at the console, for the very first time, I'm like, is that it? All right. Now it's cool that the tattoo is actually engraved into the console. I think that's a really awesome look that you don't see a lot in controllers. Very few. I think actually the one that comes to mind is actually I think the Gears of War controller and console are also engraved with like scratch marks, which I thought was really cool. But the more I look at it, the more I'm a fan of it. Like that muted black look. It's really, really nice. But at the same exact time, for me, $400 right before the PS5, I can't do it. But you think a little differently, Kyle.
I do, yeah. I've been meaning to get a second PS4 for my bedroom, as well as a TV because I don't have anything in my room currently. And like I love The Last of Us. I love the look of this system. Right. I like how similar as to why I like the Spider-Man one so much, which I do have because of that very recognizable logo on top.
Right.
This one takes a recognizable thing to fans, but if you're not a fan of Last of Us and you see it, it's like, oh man, I love that detail. I like the way that looks on there. Controller's a little weird. I'm not a huge fan of the name on the touchpad.
Really? So yeah, it's also a muted black, but you also have like the tattoo mark on the side as well. I really liked it. That's the thing I bought. I bought the controller.
I for now I 100% I have pre-ordered the controller as well as the headset because I like the headset a lot too. It's got the same kind of finish with the red inside.
Here's a question about the headset.
Yeah.
You're not a headset guy though.
No.
Is this the first game you're gonna try?
No.
Kyle, you don't need a headset then. You don't need a headset then.
Yes, I do. For when I eventually do get a second PS4 for my room, I have to have headphones, so I don't wake everybody else up in the house when I'm playing upstairs.
You just buy a cheaper pair. I'm trying to be a good friend here.
Listen, man, let me love the things I love.
Okay, I'm not saying you can't love them.
And also, in all honesty, have you tried to see what the availability of PS4s are now in this time? Every single store around me is sold out.
Yeah.
All online retailers, PS4s are sold out.
Okay.
You can't get one. This is the best option.
You're trying to rationalize this, Kyle, and I'm not
trying to rationalize. I think it looks cool. Like, this is coming from somebody who has bought 2 PSVRs.
Right.
The God of War themed PS4 Pro.
Correct.
The Spider-Man PS4 Pro.
Absolutely.
Don't you tell me when I want to buy a second one.
I'm telling you as a friend who has bought and made mistakes. You don't need this. You know, like the second PS4, real talk. I gave it to my brother as a birthday gift. So that's how I rationalized it.
Okay.
He uses it. That's his PS4 now. Technically, he's renting it, but we get it. Right? That's his. That's nice. But you don't need...
I love it a lot. But to me, I am a bigger fan of Last of Us than I am of Spidey.
Okay. Marcus O'Neill writes in, what is your all-time favorite limited edition console?
Yeah.
Is this your favorite one? Is this your favorite one?
No. It's not my favorite one. My favorite ones are not tied to any specific game.
Okay.
It is the PlayStation 20th anniversary, the old school nice. PlayStation 1 style one.
That's really nice.
As well as the 500 million one. I love that one so much.
That was also really good. Also, the Metal Gear Solid PS4 Pro. No, this is PS4, right?
PS4, yeah.
Awesome as well. And then let's give some shout outs to Microsoft because honestly, the one person that's doing all their like designs, give it up to them, man. They like for PlayStation again. There's been some great designs, but then there's also been some lazy ass designs. Yeah, like any Call of Duty one, it's been just lazy and uninspired. Where like Xbox has some really like the latest Gears of War one was nice. All of them, all their like first
Yeah.
party ones are bangers. But one in particular that speaks to me is the
Star
Halo.
Wars?
I mean, Star Wars, I love it. Don't get me wrong. That's a cheap win, though. You could, all they had to do is slap Star Wars on it, and I would have bought it. But the Halo Reach 360, slim.
Okay.
Oh, I got very emotional when I had to trade that in because it broke. Hashtag screw GameStop. Hashtag sorry whoever bought that next. But yeah, you know what? We came out with a lot of fire there, Kyle. This first segment, we really came out swinging at each other. I just want to let you know. I just want you to have money for a PS5, the thing that's going to come out in a few months.
What, you think I'm mad at you? I'm not mad at you. I appreciate where you're coming from.
Speaking from the hat.
Don't try to clip my wings, man. Let me fly.
I need to clip your wings, okay? Because you fly too close to the sun. You're
Also, shout out to the State of Play PS4 ones. Those are really cool, too. The blue with the gold sacred symbols on the top, as well as like the steel gray one with them on the top. I think those are really, really great. As well as I think we're getting a new State Days of Play in 5 days, I think.
Yeah.
We get some deals going on.
They revealed what it's going to be, but like for Germany, so I don't want to jump the gun on anything there. But like again, like if you like this console, good on you. I just don't feel the need, other than like you have the disposable income, which like in this economy, that's why I'm just saying, just
no,
save
I get
it. You know,
I
know Donnie from PSVG. He adores The Last of Us. This is no doubt he's already gone out and bought it or pre-ordered it. You know, so yeah, if you like it, go for it. I think it's fucking beautiful, but to me, it's too close. But I will buy a controller because that's fine.
But hear me out, Joe.
I'm not gonna hear you out. Yes,
hear me out, man. If I get this, we'll have a copy of The Last of Us to give away. Just saying.
No, don't do this. No.
Don't take this opportunity away from our fans.
We already got 69 reviews on iTunes. All right, anything else is just gravy at this point.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
Kyle, let's get to the next bit of news here.
More Ghost of Tsushima news from Nibel.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's how you say
Nibel and
Nick Nijland from IGN Nordic.
There you go.
These are all bullet points taken from these articles. So the first one is, you can freely switch between Samurai and Ghost playstyles. Quote, as the player, you get to decide how the Ghost evolves and where you put in your skill points, what kind of armor you wear, and upgrade, so it's very customizable. At the same time, Jin is a trained samurai and doesn't forget his skills, so he has both the samurai fighting skills while he becomes better and better as the Ghost. It's not binary. You can switch between the two styles as you like throughout the game. You start with great sword skills, and that never goes away, but as you go deeper, you get the reputation and abilities as the Ghost, end quote.
That sounds pretty cool.
That's great. I think that's how Sucker Punch is taking the Sucker Punch classic formula, where you play good and bad and kind of evolving it into this, and I love that.
Yeah.
I love the sound of it.
Let's get the next bullet point.
Very challenging, in quotes. Quote, we are trying to make a grounded game in that sense, so a couple blows from the enemy will kill you. The game is very challenging. We have 3 words to describe the combat: mud, blood, and steel. We absolutely honor the lethality of the sword. We watch samurai movies and people go down with 1 or 2 strikes, and that is embedded inside of the combat.
That also sounds really... And that's what we were seeing as well. A lot of people try to call that like quick time events, but I didn't see anything like click A type of thing. It's going to be a harder experience akin to that of a Neo. And I'm down on that. I like that. Yeah, swords... You know, the one thing that I don't like about Star Wars games, when you're playing as a Jedi or a Sith or what have you, when you have a lightsaber, it kind of feels like a Nerf, thing. To me, having it feel like a sword going, no, this is a sword. 1 or 2 cuts, you're donezo. Yeah. That's awesome. It also makes you think differently when approaching combat. So,
absolutely.
Sounds cool to me. I don't know, what about you? Because I know you're like challenging. I'm out of here.
Yes. Normally when it comes to like this kind of style of game, where it seems very much Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Jedi Fallen Order-esque type of challenge.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it my 100% honest chance. I'm buying it no matter what.
Yeah.
Just because of how beautiful the world is, and Jen seems super interesting. But I have no doubt this will probably be the hardest game I probably play this year.
Ooh, okay. What's the next bullet point?
Yeah. 1v1 duels. Quote, one thing we didn't show at State of Play, which I wish we had, was that the game features duels against other expert swordsmen. This is classic samurai stuff. Those fights are incredibly difficult, and they're driven from personality and get solved in the most cinematic way possible, which is also true to fantasy. You need to study your opponent and understand how they attack in order to win, end quote.
That one...
That's cool.
That one sounds dope.
Dedicated standoff button. I hope that's what those are for.
Yep.
That's awesome.
That sounds really like, again, like they're trying to do that Kurosawa feel, and like that's how you do it. This is how you do it. So I wonder how studying your opponents, what that means. Does that mean just like try until you get it, like, or are you actually like stalking these guys out and seeing their movesets,
like as the ghost, you're being stealthy and watching them. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine if you stealth around and you observe them and you notice they have like a hitch in their leg? And like you aim for the leg as a weakness? Like that'd be super cool.
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
No markers. Exploration is a key focus. What you saw in the presentation was some side action in the game. It was not part of one's particular story. The map has Mongolians everywhere, and the main part will be Jin's transformation from being a samurai to over time becoming the ghost. Next to that story, you will meet people that tried to survive in the world, with stories that will branch off the main one. That is what the body of the game is made up of.
Awesome. And you could even go, the next bullet point kind of is attached to this one, so go for it.
Yeah. Biggest world Sucker Punch has done yet, multiple biomes. The map we showed during the State of Play was very zoomed in, Fox explains. That was just a little portion of the starting area. The actual map is huge. Fox goes on to say that it's the biggest thing that they have ever done at Sucker Punch, and it's also a lot more diverse. Tsushima Island covers the biomes you can find on mainland Japan. From snowy mountains to bamboo forests to waterfalls and rolling grasslands, it's all there.
Yeah. Now, to go off Nibel's bullet points as well, no mortality system, so no good or bad, morality system. Main weapon is a katana, but there's other gadgets and gizmos. Kyle, I know you love gadgets and gizmos. Visuals inspired by Zelda and Shadow of the Colossus.
I get it.
I really much get that vibe.
I see it.
Killing animals equals no rewards. Now, a lot of people might feel a little bummed out by that, but animals in Japanese culture have there's a lot of symbolism in there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I totally understand not killing animals. I'm
very happy with that.
Yes, I also don't. I want to pet animals. I don't want to kill them. And music composed by Shigeru Umebashi.
I think.
There you go.
Umebayashi.
So sorry about that.
In the mood for love.
Yeah, that's what they're known for. So first and foremost, Kyle.
Yes.
Coming off almost a week of what we've seen of Ghost of Tsushima, we did our breakdown of the trailer, which I thought is fantastic. It's literally last episode. So go check that out. I think it's one of our best episodes we've done yet. Kyle, what are your feelings now? Still in love with this game? Still hyped for it?
Still in love.
Yeah?
Still in love. The fact that what we saw was just a very small part of the map makes me super excited. I love the little sneak peeks of what the other biomes look like.
Yeah.
And I think just the way the colors pop in this one area, I can't wait to see the contrast, like in the snowy area. Like it's going to be, God, having Last of Us in this back-to-back for most beautiful way to end PS4. Like, whoo, man, it's gonna be a great end.
Yeah, man. It's kind of weird. Like, Sucker Punch was the first to enter this PS4 generation. They're the last to leave.
That's awesome. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. They were the first to truly showcase the power of this thing with the particle effects in Second Son, and like seeing them tackle like these different biomes. Like I really dug the part where he's on the cliff with the flute, and you just see how fucking vast this whole field is, this whole island is. The no killing animals thing, they go to mention they completely understand this world is not empty. That's what a lot of critics are like, it felt a little empty, I don't know. They say that there is a lot to do here, and they're going to show us more as time goes on. So we can expect more State of Play breakdowns. But for me, so far, I'm still head over heels in love with this game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it also is a good point of having like killing the animals is not going to give you any rewards because that's like Far Cry.
Yeah.
Like you kill animals to upgrade your stuff in that one.
And also, I like the idea of like, yeah, you're the master of a katana. You already know how it works. So like, there's no like leveling up system for the blade. You know what I mean? Like there may be one, but there's not going to be like you're training up weapons because you're already a master of it. So to me, I really dig that as it goes into Jin's background. And yeah, knowing that I can play whatever way I want, however way I want, and how many times I want is also super cool. I'm still way more excited for this game than I am for Last of Us or Cyberpunk. Like I am on board with that. Famous Seamus asks us, are you both going to use the Japanese audio and or black and white filter mode when you play Ghosts?
Not on first playthrough.
So you plan on playing this multiple?
I got to see the trophy list. You know what I mean? I there might be a trophy for finishing in black and white. I don't know. I Japanese audio is tough for me. I like subtitles would be cool.
Yeah.
So maybe on the second one, like subtitles will always be on for me no matter what.
Yeah.
But I want to hear the story from that voice actors they got doing that, and then the second one to have black and white and Japanese audio sounds like a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
So that'll probably be second.
I'm really digging that. I can't wait to get to Famous' second question, but so far so freaking good with this game from what I've seen, everything, and just seeing like the black and white filter and seeing the Japanese audio dedicated voice actors to this game, even having that selected before the game even begins, just shows the attention to detail that Sucker Punch is really taking this game seriously. I'm so in on this game, man.
Yeah,
this is awesome.
Sure.
Kyle, let's get to the moment everybody's been waiting for. Our next story on the list.
Jeff Grubb from VentureBeat writes, not E3. When to expect Sony's and Microsoft's next big summer events. Between the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, we seem to know just a touch less about the former. Sony Interactive Entertainment hasn't shown off the console itself. We haven't seen any games, but that should start to change in the coming weeks. Sony has a couple of events in the works, and these should provide a closer look at the next generation. First is a Sony event in early June. The company was originally planning this for June 4th, but it is moving it around. The exact date is more nebulous now. That doesn't mean it's slipping by a matter of weeks, though. The early June timeframe is still the company's current plan. What should you expect from this early June event? Sony was putting together a roster of next-gen games, not just first-party. The shifting date, however, may cause some complications in that regard. And I do not know if this is when Sony will finally show the physical console itself. It's possible, but I cannot confirm that. I do anticipate that Sony will have shown the PlayStation 5 off in detail by the start of its following event. The company is putting together one of its state-of-play video presentations for early August. This will highlight a combination of current and next-gen games. Through August, you should still expect Sony to communicate using its blog and social channels as well.
All right, Kyle, listen, everybody's going to talk about this event the same old way, right? What do you think's going to happen here? Oh, it's Herman Hulse house. We're not going to do any of that. Nay. We're doing something a little different. We're taking the gloves off. We're predicting. We're going head-to-head. Nay, not predicting. We're betting on the PS5 reveal event. So, rumor has it, again, PlayStation 5 reveal event. We're going to see a slate of games as to the reasons as to why you need to buy PS5 over that other console I've never heard the name of. With that said, we have a slate of questions for each other. Bets to one another that we have, and if we get it wrong, the person that gets the most predictions right wins, right?
Would you like me to take over?
You know what? You take over, yeah. I was doing it real well until I had to explain the actual game.
Yeah, you did. It was a good lead up.
All right.
This is very just unabashedly inspired by Easy Allies. They do betting specials. So,
they took it from us.
No, listen, I got to give credit where credit is due.
They overheard me one day at a time.
So every big gaming thing, they do crazy obscure predictions, and they ask each other some crazy questions. So what we have today is just based on the PlayStation event in early June. We're going to ask each other 5 questions. If you get it right, you get a point. If you don't, the other person gets a point. Then we each have 2 questions that we're going to ask where the answer is a numerical amount. So, for example, this is not one of my questions, but like, how many times is the term 4K going to be said across the whole show? Okay. And we both give a number. If we go over Price is Right rules, you get no points. It's got to be underneath closest to. And those are worth 2. And then we have 1 dream game announcement. If you get that right exactly as it says, you get 3 points.
Okay. So first, let's do some practice, shall we?
Let's
warm
practice it up.
Okay, because I still don't kind of understand the rules because I'm kind of dumb like that. So, question number 1, just to get us all warmed up. Will PlayStation address the elephant in the room, that is COVID-19? Or are they going to act like whatever? They're going to pull a Nintendo, have like a card up front saying, due to COVID-19, release dates may vary.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I originally was like, no, they won't address it at all.
Right.
But you just did a little like qualifier there where it could just be like due to this, dates might change. You know what? I'm still going to go no, though.
No?
I still think it's no. I don't think they'll address it in a formal way.
I think they are.
Okay.
I think Herman Hulst or Jim Ryan's going to get out there and they're going to be like, hey, listen, due to shit happening, we're in our homes, but we're still here to give you the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation. And then they're just going to start showing games. That's what I'm thinking.
That's fair.
Just not even a 10-second thing. Just address it and move on.
Yeah, I think you could be right, for sure.
All right. Famous Seamus, I've already given you a job. Write a tally mark down. He's like, oh, shit, I got to get a pen and paper. All right. Kyle, here's the second question, then we'll lead right in. Okay?
Okay.
How long is this event? How long is this reveal? Time-wise.
All right, Price is Right rules, not going over.
All right, Price is Right. Totally original game that we made. No one else made this idea other than us.
We're strictly talking about the proposal of the
I'm talking when this thing ends.
The June one. The June one, not the State of Play, not combined, just June.
Just the June reveal event.
50 minutes. 50.
Okay.
50.
I'm going to do 54 minutes and 51 seconds.
Ooh, okay.
There you go.
Getting real specific.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes an hour. Realistically, I think it's 45 minutes, but I give a little buffer there. A little 5-minute buffer there.
Okay. Marcus O'Neill, now you write that one down.
God, it's going to suck trying to get all the answers from everybody.
Yep. All right, now, Kyle, you throw one over to mine.
All right, so these are our official 5 questions that we wrote down for each other. I'm going to jump around because I want to leave one specifically for the end. How many new IPs will be shown off?
Okay. All right. New IP.
Brand new IPs.
Brand new IP. Now, question.
Sure. Hit me with it.
Because we've already seen some new IP announced for the PS5.
You're talking about like God's Fall?
Like God's Fall, like
or the Xbox One where they had some third-party things that were also coming.
Sure, like does that stuff count?
No, it has to be brand new announcements.
Brand new announcements. And if I'm over, I lose. Do I have to get So as long as I'm under the number.
As long as you're under the number, you're good.
I'm trying to think of the inside Xbox.
If you get it exactly right, I'll give you a bonus point.
I'm going to say 5.
5. Oh,
5.
Okay.
5 new IP.
All right.
Ooh. Yeah, 5, because I think we're going to see a lot of... Oh, shit.
Log it in. You said 5.
All right, I said 5. Fuck it. You know what?
I think it's a little bit more because third party is also going to be shown off.
Well, Jeff Grubb kind of walked that back. He's like, some people have pulled out because they want to announce their stuff sooner.
Sure. Okay.
So
that's fair.
I don't know. And I'm thinking, again, like God's Fall is not going to count, right?
No.
You're going to see more God's Fall. But But whatever. I'm going to do 5. You know what? It
That's
could
still
be just little snippets.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
God, I hope they don't have a montage. If they have a montage, they're doing it wrong.
You know what? Let's continue this hype train for a second, okay?
Let's go.
Herman Hulst is there. He's loving it. He's just like, hey, what up, y'all? I'm the new president of Worldwide Studios, and we have some major acquisitions, people joining the PlayStation family.
Oh.
We want you all to get hyped for, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The first acquisition, Housemarque. Now, Housemarque, they are the creators of games like Resogun, more arcadey twin stick shooters. Now, also, they went on to mention, and I think Dead Nation, right? Did they do Dead Nation?
Dead Nation, yes.
Yeah. They did go to mention that Ex Machina as well, thank you, that in January, around that time, that they had some magical funding to make a AAA-ish experience. So I definitely think this magical funding is the fact that they got bought out by PlayStation and they're making a first-party game for them. Now, is it going to be like a big AAA game? I think no. I think it's going to be more like a AA experience, but it's still the biggest game that they've ever made. And again, Sony is backing them to make it. Also, it gives them credence to the whole, we see Microsoft buying big and small studios as well. So we're going to buy a little indie studio nobody's ever heard of called Kojima Productions. I think there's a lot of Silent Hill rumors going around, and I think it's definitely something that's happening. At this point, I think it's safe to say that there is a Silent Hills spiritual successor at the very least. I think Kojima's making it. I think they want Kojima as a namesake for what defines a PlayStation experience. Kojima's one of them, whether you love his games or whether you think he's pretentious. And last but not leastly, Bluepoint will also join the fray, as they have worked closely with so many remakes, remasters. If it comes to things like the Uncharted collection, the Metal Gear saga, and then you also have Shadow of the Colossus as well. These are 3 studios that have worked exclusively with PlayStation, have strong relationships with PlayStation, and PlayStation wants to bolster that AAA high-quality studios to match that of the Xbox studios. That's it. That's the tweet, Kyle.
Oh, so you don't have a question for me, so I can't get points on that one.
No. I say, will it happen? Will
it happen?
Will Herman Hulst announce the acquisitions of Housemarque, Bluepoint, and Kojima Productions? The hype train begins.
Okay, I'm gonna say no.
Why?
It's not gonna be at the show. That will be a PS blog post.
You really think they're going to just relegate that to a PS blog post?
I think maybe they'll say, hey, Kojima's part of the team and Bluepoint. I don't think Housemarque will be part of the show if it is a thing.
Wow.
I think I strictly think that this event is going to show off the games and show off the console.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be that kind of announcements.
Yeah. Also, we should have said this before the segment, but listen, these are pie in the sky. We're having fun. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we're taking our shirts off. Take your shirt off. Don't worry about it. Have fun, okay?
This body has not seen sunlight since I was 2. It's fine.
Since 2007.
1989. Okay. My next question for you is:
yeah.
Will Captain Quark speak?
Will Captain Quark speak? Well, you
got to do some thinking on this one.
I really do. Putting me on the spot and shit.
There's a couple of qualifiers for this one in order for it to happen. So
no.
Ooh, okay. Why do you say no?
Because I forgot who Captain Quirk is. Is he the guy from Ratchet and Clank?
Yes.
So the Ratchet and Clank game has to exist in order for this.
It's got to be shown off with a trailer, and Captain Quirk is going to say something in it.
I would love Ratchet and Clank too, but
yeah.
And I would love for that to be the game that Insomniac's working on in the meantime while they're working on Spider-Man. I believe in that, Kyle. I believe in that so much. But I also believe you want the spotlight to shine on Ratchet and Clank and not so much on Captain Quark.
Okay.
He's the green guy. Yeah, no, he's not going to speak.
Okay.
He's gonna shut his fucking mouth.
I think he absolutely will speak in a very brief clip of him, and Ratchet and Clank 2 is 100% going to be there.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, I pray to God it's not. Kyle, let's see. What am I going to pick? What am I going to pick for you?
God, I love all my questions because they're so baity for you. They're on that level of Captain Quark.
They're on shit. I've given you like, here I am.
Listen, I want those points, baby.
All right. Oh, wait just a little while longer on the price. Sony is waiting for Microsoft to name their price. Content is king, though. You won't need to wait much longer. You'll know what the console looks like and deep specs before the event goes live. Will we see, Kyle, the PS5 in the buff, in its glory, before this reveal event?
Oh, before the event, so before early June.
Mm-hmm.
No.
We will see it revealed there.
Yes.
Okay.
Tentative yes. Again, that
A
could
tentative,
also be
it's a yes or a no, Kyle. These are the rules.
Then no. Yeah, what did I say? Yes?
Yeah, you said
yes.
yes.
I said yes. Yes.
You said yes. No, wait, no. You said no, we will see it at the reveal event.
Correct.
Famous Seamus, right? That one?
No from now until whenever the event is, yes at the event.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What you got for me, Kyle?
Oh, which one do I go with?
I don't know. I'm really scared. You took out Captain Cork. I had to relive my teens for a second.
All right, I'm gonna leave the two that I'm really proud of for later.
Okay.
Will Nathan Drake reveal himself? Shout out to Easy Allies. That's why I put it in here. That's a question that they always do. Not Nathan Drake specifically, but revealing himself.
No.
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 All right.
Simple no. I'm even insulted that you asked.
Listen, there was that thing that Sony San Diego is making an Uncharted game. He could very easily be part of that if it has to do with his daughter.
It's not, though.
I'm just saying.
All right.
He also, real quick,
Yeah.
it counts if he just shows up.
Oh, it just counts if he just shows up?
If he is revealed at all, if his face is on any part of that show.
Kyle, you thought
Joe.
really deep into this.
Hell yeah, I did, man.
And I appreciate it. At all? So like it'd be like a montage of things that happened? Fuck
Yeah,
me.
man.
I already said no, so let's do it.
Somebody forgot the PlayStation Studios opening.
Fuck me right up.
Ba-boom! Marcus O'Neill, put me down for a point.
I'm the host of the show. I'm the fucking host of the show.
To be fair, these are the type of questions I told you to write.
Listen, real talk, okay? I've had trouble sleeping the past week, all right? 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not here right now, all right? Please leave a message after the dial. But speaking of which, Kyle, you checkmate on this. You won. You always win. With our games. What are you doing?
Pro Gamer Kyle over here.
Pro Gamer Kyle. All right.
Ooh, new Twitter handle.
This is a presentation in the vein of Inside Xbox. Herman Host will lead the showcase and is the new face of PlayStation. Not to say that Jim Ryan isn't a part of the show, but that Herman will play the Shu/Phil/Miyamoto role. Do you think Herman Host is the orchestrator of this event, Kyle?
Yes.
Yes. Going even a step further, is he the disembodied voice we're going to be hearing?
I think not disembodied voice. I think we will see his face.
Okay.
I think he will have a video message. I feel like Jim Ryan is possible hardware. Mm-hmm. Herman's all about the games. So I think Herman is going to do the whole rollout for the games.
Okay. What you got for me, Kyle? Honestly, I thought these questions, like, I was just like, oh, this is, I made the show today. I'm writing these questions. I think they're pretty good. And you're coming at me with, like, fucking all these, like,
bam, baby.
I feel like Trump at a press conference. I feel very attacked right now. Yeah. You know what? The show's over, folks.
Or do you want to save the last two and we'll do the combo questions?
No, shoot me these final two. Yeah.
Is Blue Point's game going to show a sword at all during its demo?
Absolutely will be. Yes.
So you are assuming that it's Demon Souls.
Kyle, look at me right here. I already know what Blue Point's game is. Yes.
How do you know what it is?
I have sources.
Yeah. Okay.
It's gotta be swords, and you're gonna look like a fool.
So, for the other time I did this for Platform Agnostic, I reworded that one. And instead of sword, I said, will it show stealth? In case it's a Metal Gear Solid
it won't show stealth.
remake.
No, it's not Metal Gear
I really
Solid.
don't think it's Demon Souls.
You're going to be surprised. It's not either of those things. Kyle?
I like how you think you know what it is.
I already know what it is.
How?
I have sources. I told you this.
Well, who's the source?
I can't tell you my source.
Who's the source?
What is this? I can't tell you my sources.
Yeah.
Let's jump right back on the hype train, okay?
Woo woo.
Whoop, whoop. Sony has gained the rights to the Konami catalog, starting with Silent Hills. True or false? Yay or nay?
Oh, man.
Got so many rumors of this. So many he said, she said. Maybe I even know the answer to this. Kyle, I didn't have a source earlier.
I know you don't.
But I
didn't
said
believe
it
that for a second.
But I said it with confidence. I said
You
it
did.
with gravitas.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to reread that question for me.
Okay.
Please.
Sony has gained the rights to the Konami catalog,
Okay.
starting with Silent Hills.
Question.
Yes.
Do they need to say we've acquired Konami's franchises
They will say
Or
something
just-
along the lines, yes.
of that?
Yes. Like partnered with
Okay.
exclusive rights to. Yeah, probably in partnered with.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I think those rumors are a thing for a reason. I think it actually is happening.
You have a source saying it?
Yeah, I do. I have a source.
All right,
Let me go talk to him. I was like,
Yeah.
God, I wish I had a mask. I wish I had a mask. All right, Joe. The
Says
question...
every white person right before sex, you know? I wish I had a mask. That's what I assume you guys do all the time. All right.
The question I wrote for you, it took me 3 seconds to write.
Okay.
Will Resident Evil 8 be shown for a February 2021 release date?
Yes.
All right. Confident.
I'm confident in this because Resident Evil and Sony have such a strong partnership together. I think you want to continue that partnership going further into the next generation. We know that this game is real. We know it's happening. And I wouldn't even be surprised you could have thrown PSVR support, because I definitely think that's going to be a part of it as well.
So I 100% think it's a real thing. But February 2021 is risky.
Nah,
What if it's January?
I'm going to stick to February.
All right. You realize if it shows up and it's not February, you don't get a point.
You realize that the points don't matter? Kyle, it's all about fun. I'm having fun with my friend. You know, I already screwed the pooch with the fucking Uncharted thing. God damn.
All right, you know what? Here, I'll take that thing.
No,
that is...
no. No, leave it there. I like it. Honestly, I like it.
The question stays, but I will take out the PlayStation Studios thing. It's counting.
Yeah.
He has to show up somewhere else.
Okay. Wait, am I asking questions now?
Did you ask your 5?
Let me see.
I think I started off, right?
Oh, wait. Okay. All right, you ready? Holding on to your fucking butt right now? Why did I say that? I don't know. Backwards compatibility. The vast majority of PlayStation 4 games will work on PS5. Will enable, also, a backwards compatibility boost mode. That's right, bitches. No need to mod your PS4 to run Bloodborne at 60 FPS. Not for all games, just their top rated games.
Will that be a thing?
Will it be a thing? Will backwards compatibility be a thing? Also, this boost mode for certain titles.
Yes.
But it's not going to be every single one.
Yes.
So you think there's going to be a PS5 boost mode
Yes.
for Bloodborne?
Yeah.
I pray to fucking God you're right.
Really? Did you? Okay. I'm pretty sure Mark Cerny said there was a boost mode in this talk.
He didn't say it's a boost mode. Continue. Listen to the man.
Right,
He wants your ears. You should have lent him one.
pretty sure he said boost mode. First combo question from me. So we both have to give an answer on this
Okay.
one.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is a combo question for both of us.
Yes, because I'm out of my 5.
Gotcha.
How many third-party games will be shown off?
Fuck me.
Remember, Price is Right.
Fuck you, Kyle, with the mocking me thing. All right, everybody, look at he did triangle face when I did triangle face.
Triangles, man.
Let's see, so many of them, billions of them. How many third-party games will there be? Do you have to answer first, or I gotta answer first?
I'll answer first.
Go for it.
10.
10?
10.
Now, is this like Activision, or is this like
Third party?
Just third party. Just it could be indie as well.
Yeah. Remember, Price is Right rules.
Price is Right rules, baby. So what if we're both over?
No one gets points.
No one gets points. This is a slate of games. I'm saying 6
Wow. Okay.
because a lot of them have backed out. We don't know how many that is. Nah, I'm gonna say 7. 7.
Okay.
Lucky number. We don't know how many people backed out. We can assume that there's some indies or some AA games in there. But I don't think it's going to reach that magic number of 10 because you also have to showcase, Horizon Zero Dawn and all that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree. You gave me a nice little buffer, though. You gave me a 4. You said 7, though.
Yeah,
right?
7.
You gave me a 3-game buffer. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I know you're going over.
No, I'm not going over.
You're definitely going over.
But still, if it beats 7, if there's 8 showing, I win. It's Price is Right rules.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit, Trebek.
What do you mean? That is what Price is Right rules means. You can't go over.
Oh, really?
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah. If there's...
Yeah.
I had that backwards.
Exactly.
If there's...
I'll fight you in the fucking streets, Kyle.
Oh, yeah, no. I had that backwards. I'm still going to win.
Yeah.
I'm still going to win.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, Kyle.
2 points for me.
Hey, Kyle. How many first-party games are going to be shown?
That's your question?
That's the double or nothing question. How many?
4.
4? Okay. Only 4, you think?
Only 4.
I'm a real cheeky son of a bitch, Kyle. We know we're gonna see. We're gonna see a few games. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking 5.
Okay. The reason why I went with 4, because I'm pretty sure of at least 2.
I'm absolutely positive on 4. No inside source, no guy. Just knowing Sony's throwing the kitchen sink at this thing.
But here's the thing. I don't think they want to do what people were dinging them for the past couple of E3s, where they keep showing games that are so far out. I think they need to cut back and show games that are close or within a year. So
yeah, people will ding that all they want, but they did sell over 110 million consoles. Right?
Oh, I'm not saying it was a bad thing, but I think when presentation-wise, like I've watched E3 2018, I think it was. It wasn't great because it was the same games for the 2 straight years. So
okay, well then you don't want PlayStation. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, Joe, I'm gonna break your brain with this one. You ready?
Okay, go for it.
I love this question. How many times will the terms PlayStation 5 or PS5 be spoken?
Ooh, how many times will PlayStation 5? The PlayStation 5, the PS5, the PlayStation 5.
You answer first on this one.
I'm going to say
Ooh, I know, man.
this is the hardest one.
It's a hard one, yeah.
This was the hardest one.
Mark Cerny said it like 100 times, I think.
I don't think Mark Cerny's playing a major role.
No, I also agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Herman. Herman Sherman, that's a German name. And I think he gets straight to the point. 50 times. You have to assume, right?
Okay, wait, no, hold on. If you think this show is going to be 54 minutes, that's almost one time a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Fuck me, you were totally right on this.
I'm going 20 times.
Shit, I really was lowballing it, but you were really, I don't know what it was, but you're really egging me on. Right when you're like, Mark Cerny said 100, like I was like, oh fuck that, I guess I have to.
Cerebral Assassin, watch out, Triple H.
Damn.
The game.
Here's a question. It just came to mind.
Let's go.
How many times will Mark Cerny mention ears?
0.
He's got to be in that event, Kyle.
But how many times is he going to mention ears? 0. Yeah. 0.
Tempest Sound.
0.
Well, at least one. I don't need to bet anymore.
You can take that one.
All right.
I'm confident in my 0.
Kyle, what's your pie in the sky?
This is what I want.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Go for it.
Hold on to your butts, as a wise man once said 10 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. Resistance 4 is real. Trailer is shown, and it's being developed by Bungie. Dream game right there. Right there. There it is. Hell yeah, man. Back in the day, Resistance was the Halo killer.
Here's the thing, Kyle.
It was the Halo killer.
I feel really, really bad. Because you put a lot of effort into this, and I thought a lot of effort into this. So when I'm thinking dream game, I'm thinking a game that can actually come out. That I actually want.
Yeah, I actually want this.
But you're going to get mad when I say it.
I know. I already knew that going into this.
You're going to get really mad, though. You're going to really hate me.
No, I'm going to ask you to add some things onto it.
Kyle.
Yeah.
It's been 1,823 days. Leave the hunting to the hunters, to me. It's motherfucking Kraven. Yeah, Spider-Man PS5. Revealed. Kraven's hunting you down. He's hunting Miles down. He's hunting all these spider freaks down. He's the hunter of the hunters.
I like it.
That's
it? Just Spider-Man.
Spider-Man PS5, Kraven's in it.
Okay.
I wanted that to be a twist because you're like, oh, he's going to mention, Bloodborne.
Bloodborne 2, yeah.
But I'm like, while I was driving, I was literally going to do Bloodborne, but I was just like, what a twist, because Kraven's a hunter, and he's tired of, he wants the real game.
I like where your brain was at. Okay. All right, I will accept that as a pie in the sky game.
All right.
Because Kraven is in it. Okay, yeah. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. There you go. Those are our bets, so we'll put them in. Okay? When the reveal event happens, we'll crunch those numbers down. We really should have been writing notes and not depending on Seamus. I don't know if he's got. He probably.
I'll listen back and write.
Okay.
I have.
He's a busy man. And then we'll see who wins. Whoever wins, bragging rights. It's probably Kyle though. With that, Kyle.
No. Hold on.
Yes.
We joked about this weeks ago.
Yes.
Whatever the point difference is, the winner, whoever wins, the loser, depending on how many points below they are, that's the amount of hours they have to stream that horse game.
The unicorn game?
Yes.
All right, that sounds like punishment.
All right.
That sounds like a personal hot.
My riding stables, life with horses.
All right. Bet is on. Kyle, let's talk about the next thing on our list.
Yeah, real quick one. This comes from Daniel Ahmad. Twitter handle is ZhugEX, I believe is how you say that.
ZHUGEX.
Yeah. PS Now has surpassed 2 million users. Sony has now corrected the error after I pointed it out. That goes to his tweet thread before. PS Now subs have grown from 700,000 as of March 2019 to 1 million as of October 2019 to 2.2 million as of April 2020. This means the number of PS Now subs more than doubled over the 6-month period between October of 2019 to April 2020. That's huge.
That is huge.
It's a big growth in a service that I think PlayStation needs to kill for PS5 in order to be competitive with Game Pass.
Yeah.
And as somebody who has used it in the last couple of weeks, it's pretty great.
Yeah. It is actually
very convenient.
It is actually a really good service, and they talk a lot about streaming in this conference call. They say over 2 million people a month are trying out remote play as well. So they're getting traction there. And the reason why I'm putting this in here, because I in the beginning, I was very sheepish on adding it because it's just numbers. It's just really doesn't affect us as gamers in the PlayStation ecosystem. But it is important to mention that streaming is becoming a future. But the way Sony thinks of it as is its streaming is more of a convenience, and console gaming is more of the immersion factor. And I think that is the right approach as well. I think streaming is going to be, hey, I'm on the bus and I got some time to kill. I'm wondering how PS Now is going to affect their games going into the future, Kyle. Like, what do you see? Because obviously that number is good, but when you look at something like Game Pass, over 10 million people are in that service.
I think what PS Now needs to do to continue that is get the heavy hitters on there.
Right.
And not take them off after a certain time period. I think that's the one thing holding it back. Because right now, they have a bunch of really cool games. They have a bunch of PS3 games. A lot of smaller games that are on PS4 are also on there.
Yeah.
But it feels like you walk into a Blockbuster and all the big games are already rented out and you can't rent it.
Yeah.
So you're left with the next best thing. They need all their heavy hitters. They need the Uncharteds. They need God of War there all the time.
But it can't be day and date. Like what I would love. No. Yeah. What I would love to see is like when they announce PS Now at the reveal event, they're just like, oh yeah, and all of our like first party catalog now on PlayStation Now.
Yeah.
Available for streaming.
That'd be great.
And they're not going away. Or at least announce once a PlayStation game enters the PlayStation Now, it doesn't go away. Because I feel like that is the best thing about Game Pass is I spend $15 a month and Halo Master Chief Collection is always going to be there for me. Yeah. Like those are the things that get me into the door, and then I go out there and I explore, games like, Ghost in the Well. Like that's I'm finding those smaller experiences because the bigger ones are the advertising, the feature. So to me, I think you're totally right on that. And I really hope that they do revamp the service going into the future of this next generation. But Kyle, let's talk about the past. Okay? Let's talk about one of the best Gears of War games, and that is Gears of War 3.
Tom Phillips from Eurogamer writes, Gears of War 3 on PlayStation 3 was a test, Epic says. There has never been a Gears of War game on a PlayStation console, so the recent appearance of Gears of War 3 footage running on PlayStation 3 has understandably been a surprise. Early footage of Epic's 2011 shooter running on PS3 developer hardware was posted to YouTube this month by a self-proclaimed former hacker, Pixelbutts.
He's making his return. Or their
He's
return.
back, baby.
He Pixels butts. What's up?
As far as I know, I'm also the only person with a working build of this particular data as well, Pixelbutts wrote in the notes under his YouTube upload today. I don't know why it exists. I don't know why it was made. All I can do is speculate, end quote. The majority of the game is playable, save for 2 levels which reliably bug out. Performance is decent, though the game appears to have trouble rendering character Anya's floaty hair. Digging into the PS3 version's mysterious origin, Kotaku heard the build originated from developer Epic and was obtained in a hack of the company's servers in 2011. But why was it made by Epic in the first place? Was the Xbox console exclusive series once destined for PlayStation before Microsoft snapped up the franchise itself? In a word, no. Quote, this footage is a byproduct of Epic's internal Unreal Engine 3 testing process, which utilized both Gears and Unreal Tournament, an Epic spokesperson told Kotaku, and was never part of any actual product work for PlayStation 3, end quote.
Wild. What a wild story.
Crazy.
I
Two GOW3s on PS3. That would have been crazy.
And then, like, famous Seamus, when he wrote in Ghost of Tsushima, he put in GOT. It's like, Game of Thrones, God of War, Gears of War. That would be confusing as all hell. But it is really interesting. It's a excellent, like, peer behind the curtain of, like, what companies do to test tech. Mm-hmm. Like, my question to you, Kyle, do you think there was ever a moment in PlayStation's time where we saw a once beloved, first party game running on like an Xbox tech, do you think?
Oh, good question.
Again, just playing fast and loose with this.
Yeah.
More than anything. I don't think so personally, because you got nothing to test. But like,
yeah, probably not, but I wouldn't put it past them. Like, I'm trying to think. Well, PS3 was weird because of the cell processor.
Yeah, and that's why I'm thinking Epic did this test of like how we could code or port around games for the PS3.
Yeah, so probably nothing from the PS3 era, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because of how different it would be with the processing. But like, very interesting that this was even a thing.
Yeah, it is. It's also something that PlayStation's doing right now with the PlayStation games of like Naughty Dog's hiring NVIDIA coders because they want this game on, they want The Last of Us 2 eventually on PC, though they say, no, that's not the case. It is the case. So it is really cool to see that. It is also weird. Did you see, oh God, what's his name?
Oh, Cliff Bleszinski?
It's interesting to see Cliff Bleszinski kind of nailed, like, in the beginning he was just like, no, these rumors aren't true. And then Epic comes out with their official statement going, no, we definitely tried to port this. This is something that, and Cliff having to walk back his statements. Again, really cute story. And other than that, Kyle, there is nothing to hold on to this week. I'm so sorry for that. So there is no drop this week, but let's get right into
Although you did tell me to hold on to my butt during the betting, so we're good. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Let's get into Andrew House's snail mail. Now, as you guys and gang know out there, you could send us your questions for the Trophy Room any which way. You can send it to us on Twitter at PS Trophy Room. You can send it to us at the Custody Bad Bit Discord server every single Wednesday. And Kyle, do you mind reading the first question on the list, good sir?
Of course. Marcus O'Neill writes in, I'm sorry you have all this extra homework to do after this episode, Marcus. Since this is the Trophy Room, let's talk trophies. Over the past month or so, I've been playing mostly Final Fantasy VII Remake and Red Dead Redemption 2. Great games, no doubt, but their trophy lists annoy the shit out of me. I can't stand it when a lengthy story-driven game requires multiple playthroughs to get the platinum. I hate it even more when a largely single-player game makes you spend a significant amount of time in an online multiplayer mode. Then there are the insanely difficult, time-consuming trophies. There's a trophy in Red Dead Redemption 2 that requires gold medals on 70 story missions. 70! Ain't nobody got time for that. So I ask you both. 1. In your opinions, what makes a perfect trophy list for a game? And 2, are there any changes you'd like to see to the trophy system for the PS5?
This is a good question. And Marcus, I'm sorry. I thought we got to it last week, and you're like, no, it's up there. He didn't answer it, big guy. So my apologies, because this is a fantastic question. So first,
yeah, it is.
What is a perfect trophy list to a game? One where you don't have to look at a trophy list.
Correct.
Like, I would like it where, like, after I'm done with an experience...
Or trophy guide.
Trophy guide, yeah.
Yeah.
Where, like, once I'm done with an experience, it's just like, okay, there you go. There you have it. Like, now go back and do A, B, and C. Kind of like what most PlayStation games do, all of them but, like, any Naughty Dog game, really. Like, God of War is a great example of, like, go back and kill Valkyries, or go back and throw an axe at a fucking, raven. Like, that's...
Oh, God, those ravens.
Listen, that's not a good trophy. But, like, other than that, like, the trophy list is obtainable, where you can play it at any skill range you want. You can play it on super easy. You can play it on super hard. It's just something that is an accomplishment to you.
Yes.
I think that's the key.
I think also Days Gone's got a pretty good trophy list because it doesn't require you to beat or take out every horde nest or every freaker horde. Only a specific number. To me, a perfect trophy list for a game has trophies that reward you for doing cool stuff in games. So it's not like 100% this area or 100% the other area, which is fine. Like, I don't mind those, but like, you do a certain combo in like Spider-Man or the Arkham games.
Right.
Like, yeah, they're difficult, but the fact that you get that trophy is rewarding because it's like skill based. It's not just like everyone kind of gets it. You have to have skill for it.
Right.
I agree with you. The online multiplayer stuff I hate.
Yes. Yeah.
One of the reasons, like when I booted up Black Flag and played that for a little bit, I just went through the trophy list. I was like, all right, everything seems pretty good. Then it's like reach level 55 in online multiplayer. No, I'm not. No,
Yeah. No,
I'm
I
out.
don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I hate multiplayer ones because again, it removes that necessity of like trophies should be a achievement for you yourself, not the overall, not being better than anybody else to me.
Yeah.
And removing having you compete with other players then makes it I have to be better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, speaking of Gears of War, since it was on the story, this one is seriously. Every game there's an achievement called Seriously 1.0, Seriously 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, and they get crazier and crazier. So it'd be like kill 10,000 people in multiplayer. Then the next one's like kill 250,000 people in multiplayer. Like those aren't fun. Nope. Feeling like it's a grind, having to be better than another person, that sucks.
To combat that, I think a single player game that does that extremely well is Uncharted 4. Where you just have to play as each class and use each class's special ability, and I think get to like level 5 in each.
Okay.
And so it's not bad at all. It lets you get you a taste for multiplayer. But if you don't like it, you're good. Like they're easy trophies to get.
Yeah. Also, going back to multiplayer, there are ways of making multiplayer trophies fun, which is just by playing that game. Playing that game mode. Like I love the trophies like win around and kill team deathmatch. Cool. Yeah, because
it's great.
It's literally programmed for you to win a game and lose a game, win a game, lose a game. So like to me that's more fair because then it engages you with the multiplayer and then you're testing things you never tried before. And that is fun. Forcing the player to experiment is cool because the worst case scenario is they don't like the experiment. The best case scenario is they love the experiment. They can't stop playing it, and it's their new addiction. They're still playing your game. So those are the best type of trophies.
A good trophy list wants you to experience the game to the fullest and see what the game has to offer. Yeah. So being able to bump into all these different modes. As far as your second part of that question, what I like to see from PS5 trophy system is something that Xbox does, which I wish comes to PlayStation.
Oh, same here.
It's the little like the progress bar on how close you are to getting a certain trophy.
Yeah.
Just like tell me how many for Days Gone, like how many freaker ears did I collect? Just give me a countdown until I know how close I am, instead of like wondering.
Yeah.
Or like when it comes to like a collectible in a certain section, like just tell me the number in that section, and I know personally how many I've collected, and if I missed one, then I go back.
Yeah,
like no second guessing. Like,
please, for the love of God,
that'd be.
Also,
besides load times, that's what I want out of the PS5.
Yeah. what else would I want out of the trophy system of the PS5? Neil Druckmann not to be in charge of those fucking trophy lists.
Oh God! Specifically when it comes to Last of Us.
Jesus Christmas, man. No, not my jam whatsoever. With that, Kyle.
Yeah.
This question, famous Seamus. What's your favorite photo you've taken in game?
I've got one that instantly comes to mind. It's Horizon Zero Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
It is a picture of one of the forested areas.
Right.
And I put it in black and white, and it looks so beautiful. But in the background, if you look closely, I didn't realize this until after I took it. There's just a watcher silhouetted within the trees. I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool.
Yeah.
That is my favorite one I've ever taken.
Oh, shit. Okay. My favorite one, very simple. Honestly, the one I've used the most. I love photo mode, by the way.
I love them.
All the pictures. But Spider-Man, guys, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
Absolutely.
And Sam Raimi's suit, which isn't even my favorite suit, but just the fact that they took the time to put that suit in the game, all the legal shit they had to do, and everything. Awesome. Insomniac, you're amazing. And it was him jumping off the Avengers Tower. Because I'm like, what type of universe is this? This is the fucking coolest thing ever. And as a big Spider-Man fan, and yeah, that was everything to me.
Can I ask you a follow-up question to Famous Seamus's question? Yeah. What's the one game that doesn't have photo mode that you want a photo mode in?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because for me, it's probably coming down the line.
Right.
But give me that Final Fantasy VII Remake photo mode. I'm shocked it isn't in there.
I was shocked that Death Stranding didn't have a photo mode for the longest time.
Yes.
Like that kind of pisses me off. Yeah, I don't want to say Assassin's Creed Odyssey again, but like maybe does Witcher 3 have a photo mode?
Let me look that up real quick.
I mean, you don't have to, but yeah, I would say that game. But to me, it's weird because I'm always hitting the share button anyway. And I'm not a good photographer, so like filters and all that jazz, I try my best, but usually I just hit that share button at something I think that looks cool, and I give it a whirl there. The share button is fucking awesome.
I feel like just glancing at it, I think on the PC version, it's got a screenshot mode thing, but not on console.
How dare you? Yeah. Ed Varnell writes in, what is holding PlayStation Studios from doing various art styles to tell their stories and display their game in unique ways? Are they above it, or do you feel like it won't bring them success? So this is a good question, because a lot of people, they're like, oh, PlayStation games, they're just open world, over-the-shoulder, games. For me, I know where Ed's talking about here. Of like, a lot of PlayStation games, I guess you could say have a certain look to them.
Sure.
Would you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't think that it's because they don't want their games to look a certain way. I think like Last of Us, yeah, you could see it looks kind of similar to Uncharted, it has a Naughty Dog style, but like that's a very different looking game compared to that of like Horizon Zero Dawn or a God of War. Right, they all have their various different quirks, and I pulled up this tweet from Emmanuel Bressani. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, sir, but he says, "Dear Shuhei, on February 8th, a few weeks before the pandemic, I was the first in Italy and possibly first in the world to have my prints of various virtual photography exposed in an actual museum of modern art in Italy. So many cool captures from Sony games." With hashtag photo mode, thank you. And you can tell right here, man, like PlayStation does do it differently. Like there are games like Little Big Planet. There are games like, this is not a good example where I'm blanking on the second game here. Like Ratchet and Clank, right? Like Jak and Daxter. What was the game I really wanted to do? The paintbrush game. Jesus. What am I blanking on?
Concrete Genie?
Concrete Genie, thank you so much. There are the artsy games that PlayStation does do, but even the games that are more grounded, I guess, they have a look to them that is something that people do cling to. And you see this massive crowd looking at this person's pics of like Shadow of the Colossus, a black and white picture of Nathan Drake and Sam, in this poor, like this.
Can we put a link to this tweet in the description? Because these are gorgeous.
They're phenomenal.
Screenshots.
They're phenomenal.
That Days Gone one is incredible.
Right? I can't believe they let that one into a museum because it's just a horde of zombies right behind
so
them.
Well shot, though.
Yeah, and then like the giant in God of War that they have up there.
Yeah.
Like, I think the art style is varied, but maybe not varied enough to what you're saying, Ed. But even then, I don't think it's because Sony allows them. I feel, at least.
Yeah, part of me, and I'm not saying this goes to you, this is where you're coming from, Ed, but I feel like art style and perspective kind of get mixed up a little bit.
Okay.
Like, I think every game has a unique art style when it comes to the environment, the characters and stuff, but they might all have the same perspective of over the shoulder. Like God of War has a distinctly different art style than Last of Us
Right.
or Days Gone.
Right.
So I think sometimes those wires get crossed, but I think it's also like they trust the studios to make what they want to tell their vision in, and if they want it to go into like a cell shaded, like the Prince of Persia game that was all cell shaded, or like a, you know, full on Borderlands type style, or 2D side scrolling thing, like I'm sure they will give them the power to do that in. But I think if it's not broke, why fix it?
Yeah.
Almost at this point.
Yeah. With that, that's been the Trophy Room this week. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. You know, shows like these where it's just like, yeah, there's not a lot of news this week, but we make the best of it, are always some of my most favorite, the ones that we're having the most fun in. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in on this episode. But before we go, let's head to the bounty board for a second here. I want to give some shout outs where shout outs are due. Today we hit a milestone over at the Trophy Room. One that I'm very... I can't believe we did it. We hit 69 reviews on iTunes. Whoop. So on the count of 3, audience, in your car, at your home, wherever you are, say it with me. Nice. All right, ready?
Nice.
3, 2, 1. Nice. Thank you all so much. Seriously, we work really hard each and every week to bring you content, entertainment that you can enjoy. And sometimes, yeah, maybe I talk too much. Sometimes maybe the jokes fall flat. But seriously, seeing each and everybody come back each week and more so is an honor to give you. So thank you all so freaking much. And shout out to Death by Clams via Twitter. Them saying, I'm not saying that this is better than IGN podcasts, but it's better than IGN podcasts. So here's to hoping these 5 stars provide nutrition to both of you. Thank you so much, dude.
Man.
Thank you so
I'm in
much.
need of some good nutrition, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. And honest to goodness, these 5-star reviews, they mean the world to us. I know they do for me as well. Like, we always have this joke. The worst review, and I swear to God it's true, is a 4-star review because you know they're being truthful. Well, 1 star, that person's just being petty. But like 4-star, they're just like, no. You need to earn this 1 more star, you son of a bitch. So seriously, greatly appreciated, Death by Clams. And you can head over to iTunes, give us a 5-star review as well over there. Also, just,
you know what's next, right?
What's that?
Get us to 100.
100? Okay.
Get us at 105-star reviews.
5-star.
Let's do it.
105 stars. You heard the man.
If you do it and send us a screenshot,
yeah,
I will send you.
What are we sending?
A PSN gift, a $50 PSN card.
Okay, Kyle's throwing it on.
I'll do it.
He's a crazy son of a bitch. He'll
I'm
actually
crazy,
do it.
man.
He wanted to buy a PlayStation. Remember in the beginning of the show with me and
Wanted. I bought it during the show. What are you talking about?
Are you really?
No.
Like,
it's all filled out. I just got to press the button.
Son of a bitch. All right. Audience, you can see that I tried. And that has been the Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. Again, you can find us over at iTunes, at Google Play, on Spotify, wherever you get your RSS feed service. You can find me over at Mr. Badbit. You can find Kyle at a undisclosed location until The Last of Us Part 2 comes out. And so with all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody keep hunting and keep playing PlayStation.